I'm the mother of 4 and the grandparent of 13. Yes, 13. I am the executive director at the Memphis Lift. We are a parent-run education reform organization that educate, engage, and empower parents in low-income communities. When I first got the email that I was chosen to give a TED Talk, I immediately went to YouTube and typed in black people doing TED Talk. um, as I strolled and as I listened, I'm like, I'm not that kind of black person. I'm not as polished, and I'm rough around the edges. And I'm straight out of North Memphis, so I, I can remember, as he said, talking about my grandchildren, I knew I wanted a better life for them. I also knew that I had to stand up and make that better life for them to give them a chance and an opportunity that they deserve. Today, I want to talk about Kaylin and Corteria. Those are my 2 grandchildren that went to different schools, same grade. Kaylin went to school in the suburbs. Corteria went to school right around the corner from where I live in North Memphis. I remember them sitting at the kitchen table one Sunday evening doing homework, and Kaylin said to Corteria, "Y'all just not getting to this? We've been past this." It made me realize that the schools in the suburbs was working, but the schools in the inner city was not working. So when I really got involved, I realized that none of the schools in my community was working. The elementary school was failing, the middle school was failing, and the high school was failing. I'm thinking you can build rocket ships to the moon. Our kids are mastering cell phones, smartphones, and Xbox games every day. They mastering this stuff. But you can't teach kids how to read on grade level. You can't teach our kids how to do math on grade level. Maybe the school system is working just the way it was designed to work, to keep our people down. Is Kentori out there? Raise your hand. Thank you for breaking that generational curse. Thank you. Today, I want to make a rally cry for parents and grandparents like me who live in neighborhoods like mine, who are raising grandchildren and children and face the same challenges as me. Why are our schools failing? I wait. Decades for decades, people sit at the back of the bus, black people sit at the back of the bus, drank out of separate water fountains, even went through separate doors. And guess what? Blacks as well as whites sit back and did nothing until a common group of people rose up to make a change. We got to do the same thing in education. We got to rise up. We fighting for the same thing we fought for decades ago. We fighting that same fight today. Maybe a little different fight, but it's the same fight. We got to get our kids educated. At the Memphis Lift, we go door to door, talking to parents, letting them know what they need to know, and even bringing them to the table with school leaders and policymakers. We got choice counseling where we help parents make informed choices about schools that they pick. We run fellowships to teach parents the landscape of education. That's what we do at the Memphis Lift. At the Memphis Lift, we don't ask no more. We demand them better for our children. And that's what we have to do. We have to demand better for our children. I'm excited about this work. We know it's working. 2 years later, and we know it's working. More parents than ever are raising their voice to fight for a quality education for their children. Also, parents are coming to our door, knocking on our door every day, asking us questions, and we helping them get where they need to go. And when I tell you that it's working, y'all. It's working. The Memphis Lift is raising voices of parents. And we proven that it's working, but we also know it's working because parents are raising their voices. So Today, I want to call for a national parent movement to raise your voices across the country. It's time for us to rise up and link up across the country and work for our children. Join the movement.